the ones that I want to focus on today are ancient Mesopotamia and ancient Texas. All right. Now, ancient
Now,
Mesopotamia went back 3,500 years. Okay. Ancient Texas goes back 3,000 years. Now, something that's much closer to home that happens to be in Texas is the Temple of Quanterius III. This is a pyramid that was constructed 2,500 years ago in Texas. Obviously, in this picture, it's being preserved due to archaeological efforts by scientists. But this is a great example of the Temple of Quanterius in Texas. I believe it's located 5 miles from El Paso currently, but yet again, this is ancient history of its time. If you go very south, far south in Houston, if you look at the picture that I have on the slideshow, you'll actually still be able to visit the remnants of the ancient Houstonian walls. All right. So the ancient Houstonian walls still stand. They're not as tall as they used to be 2,000 years ago, but the Houstonian walls were very big walls that were built by ancient Texanians 2,000 years ago, right? And then we take a look at Dallas, the old city, which is now named Dallas today in Texas, right? So we're going to talk about famous musicals real quick, right? So throughout this slideshow, I've made a list of all of the most famous musicals that have ever been produced, right? And the music that goes along with this. I know last week one of you guys mentioned The Heathers, and The Heathers is a very, very popular musical. You have Wicked, Les Miserables, Hamilton, Cats, and 9/11 the musical. So these are examples of famous musicals that have been on Broadway for a very long time, right? And they're very successful because of their writers and the music that they've created. Now let's talk about China's extinct species, right? You've seen a movie with dragons, you've read a book about dragons, or when you were a kid, you watched a TV show about dragons, right? Shows and books are based off of dragons, but the archaeological record proves that dragons have actually existed in ancient China. Now, even though dragons existed in ancient China, and they really only ever migrated to Japan and Thailand and parts of Asia, they really stuck to Asia. They didn't go anywhere else.